goodbye, sweet world of sorrow. My new life begins with death. I am standing on the mountain.
Right.
I can hear the angel's song. I am reaching over Jordan. Take my hand, Lord, lead me home. All my burdens are behind me. I have prayed my final prayer. Don't you cry over my body. That ain't me lying there. I am standing on the mountain. I can hear the angel's song. I am reaching over Jordan. Take my hand, Lord, lead me home. No, I am standing on the mountain. I can hear the angel's song. I am reaching over Jordan. Take my hand, Lord, lead me home. I am awful glad to be here this morning. I hope that for a moment of time you'll pray. Maybe the Lord will bless me here this morning. Try not to take up too much time. Hear these other brothers. But I woke up this morning with heaven on my mind. I need today to make it through my week. My heart goes out to Brother Jeremy this morning and all those who are sick and couldn't make it out. It makes for a rough week. I am thankful that Brother Chris and Sister Carol were able to make it back. And I'm sure they sing quite a bit while they were over there and didn't see quite as much as according to what Brother Chris says. They don't think he's in any churches. It has to be tough. It's a different part of the world. You know, I am thankful here this morning. I got to thinking about my week, and you know, you can find a lot. You can find a lot in your week to really make you think. I was talking to one of my senior members there at work, and I don't know if he was trying to give me advice and guidance. And we was just talking about employees. He said, putting employees on certain machines, he said, you know, you got to have faith. He said, well, you know all about faith. And I said, well, you know, that's a really bad comparison. And he said, well, no, it's faith. I said, no, the faith you're talking about is different than what I'm talking about. You're asking me to put faith in a man to go run a machine for a little while. And then the outcome is based solely on what this man does. The faith that I'm talking about here this morning is the faith of a man that came over 2,000 years ago, Listen, and He already done this for me. The goal has already been met.
Yes.
And the outcome depends on me this morning.
Amen.
And the outcome depends on every single one of you here this morning.
Yeah.
If you came out this morning seeking a blessing, I'm telling you, you're going to find it.
Amen.
If you didn't come out this morning seeking a blessing, listen, stop wasting your time at this very moment. You need to be searching right now, here at this very moment. Because I'm telling you about a God who is merciful here today. If He wasn't merciful, then His darling Son wouldn't have came down here to this world of sorrow. This pitiful, pitiful world. Listening to the prayer list, Brother Larry asked for prayer for this nation and for the leaders of this world. And you know, I was talking about it last Sunday. It's awful peculiar and it's a sad state of this world that our leader had to meet another leader over weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah.
Listen, it's a sad situation reading about any war that we've ever had, the way that we do things. We're fighting for weird reasons here today. We don't need to fight over these things, but we keep doing it anyway. We need to look to this man that I'm talking about here this morning. Listen, he came and brought a new way, and he didn't have weapons with him this world. Listen, he didn't run around this world with a sword. Listen, his weapon was his tongue, and that new way, that new covenant that he brought. And listen, he left it for each and every one of us here today. He came into this world in humility. I'm talking about a king that wasn't born in a palace. I'm talking about a king that was laid in a manger there, born into this world in humility. And this world done its very best to make sure that when he exited in humility. You know, I was reading about the crucifixion, and there's something that I don't quite understand. Why there had to be three there. They were hanging him up there amongst other criminals. And no doubt in my mind they were doing it just because they wanted to humiliate him up on that cross. They didn't have to put him up there with those other two, but they were trying to show the people of this world, this man that you're following, he's going to leave this world with just regular criminals. Listen, those who aren't living by our laws, that's where your king's going. And they thought they were doing us a favor there by humiliating him. But all they did was show us the way that this world is. See, there was three things going on there, and I'm not just talking about three people. The first thing I'm talking about a man who was up there in rebellion. Everybody in the world just about at that time, they were trying to follow the laws. They were following God, and Jesus brought a new way that was just turning their world upside down. But you know, the one man that was hanging up there, listen, he had to have had a very hard heart. Listen, he must have been a very wicked man because he hung next to Jesus when he was asking for prayer of his accusers, when he was asking the Father to forgive those men because they didn't know what they were doing. He listened to Jesus speak those words, but yet he still mocked him. Listen, he still said, if you're that king, if you're the Son of God, then save us too. Get yourself off there. Listen, and there's no doubt in my mind that if Jesus wanted to come off that cross, he could have came off it just like that. But he stayed up there because there was many things that needed to be done. And then you had one criminal who sat there and witnessed these things and asked for forgiveness upon that cross, asking the Lord, remember me when you enter into your kingdom. We're talking about rebellion on one side. Listen, on the other side, we've we've got a guy trying to repent.
Yeah.
We've got rebellion and repentance on each side of Christ here today. But right there in the middle of those two men was redemption. And that's why he stayed up on that cross. He redeemed all of us that can't live by that law. He redeemed us and gave us a chance. I'm telling you, when I first stood up here today, I'm telling you today that I was close to death. Every moment that passes, I'm getting closer. By the time that I end my day today, I'm going to be a little bit closer. And I'm not going to stand up here and tell you the end is near. The end is near. It's been that way for a while. We don't know the day. We don't know the time. Don't be looking for the sky to split because you may close your eyes before that moment ever happens. And you know, I hear it all the time. You be prayed up. You better be prayed up. I'm telling you, this man, he's changed my life, and I'm telling you, he can change yours. Hearing this young lady back here talking about her brother being in prison. And you know, we've got a lot of people that fill our prisons. I don't know their situation. But I'm telling you, they imprisoned my king. And he still came out on the other side and redeemed us for the things that we've done. Before I was even formed in this world, I'm telling you, my God knew me. He knew what I was going to do. He's seen this day today, no doubt. He probably knew our prayer list way back then before we spoke it today. But I'm telling you that my God, if you call out to him here today, there's no doubt in my mind he'll answer you. If you do it, you really humble yourself down. When I first started praying, I was asking God for things that I didn't understand. I was asking God for things without humbling myself down. I was trying to find my way. And I'm telling you, when I poured my heart out, that man found me. I remembered when I was a young Christian, just became a Christian. And I was at the church up there at Pilgrim's Prayer in East Kentucky. Wonderful little place to have called home. It really was. A lot of good brothers and sisters. But you know, when I first joined, it wasn't long after that Sister Patty Johnson had joined. I don't know if she was before me or after me. It wasn't long though that she was in there. I remember sitting. I mean, I'm telling you, the blink of an eye, this world is just passing us by. And this world is not my home here this morning. But when I sat up there a young Christian, I could look out there in that first row and see Sister Patty just holding her side there, hurting, not even knowing what was going on, but cancer was spreading in her body, and she had no idea. And when she went and they gave her that diagnosis, it wasn't long before she was basically gone in this world. They had called those brothers and sisters over to her house, and I will never forget it as long as I live. When we went over there, she's laying there in a little bed, and I heard that hospice nurse tell them all, she hasn't moved, she hasn't spoke, she hasn't done this and that in so many days, she hasn't been eating, she was basically starving to death right there, a vegetable. But when Brother Joe, he started singing those church hymns, I seen those little lips just start to move. There's power in this right here today. You can prepare yourself for anything you got in this world. I was thinking about it this morning, looking around my house, all the work that I need to get done before we sell it. I got this and I got that. I got to plan this out. I got to plan out when I'm going to do that. Will I have the money to do that on this date? But I'm telling you, there's something more important here this morning that a man named Jesus has already laid out for me. He's already made the repairs. Listen, he's already paid the price. It's right there for me. And one day, when I was just a 19, 20-year-old boy, I reached out and I grabbed that thing, and I'm not letting go here today. And that's salvation, and it's there for anybody who wants it here this morning.
Amen.
It's there. We complicate everything. It took me months before I finally gave it all over. And you wonder why we're out there fighting senseless wars. You wonder why people are hungry. We're stubborn.
We are.
We are so stubborn. Just like in the garden with Adam and Eve, God gave them everything, gave them dominion over that whole thing, and they still messed it up.
Yeah, they did.
God's gave me so much every day, I still mess it up. But I'm telling you, He's redeeming. He's merciful. I call out to you here this morning. Pray for these brothers as they come. I'm going to get out of the way. I love each and every one of you. No, you brothers, come on. I'm going to get out of the way.